Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Juda, and today we are going to do one of my octopuses, octopi. How do you say that? Is it octopi? Here, let me bring you a little closer. Hi. So we are going to use Lion Brand yarn, feels like butter, thick and quick. And the colorway on this, if I can find it, oh, Quiet Gray. So it's Quiet Gray. Oh, here, let me, there you go. Quiet Gray. And I'm not going to do one just like that other one that I showed you. I'm going to try and do one that's little, you know, like short and has a little frilly, ruffly, and then the tentacles. So we'll see how this goes. It is a number 6 bulky weight. Super bulky. I can't read it. It's too small for me. Anyways, it does say to use a 10mm hook, but I am going to use an 8mm hook. It's an L. There we go. Yep, 8mm hook. That's my hook of choice today. But first, before we get started with my little octopus, I am finally, and no, I'm not thinking out of the box on this one, but so I am using my Hirschner's Worsted Halloween Sparkle yarn, literally the one that is titled Witch's Brew, I believe. Yeah, this one's Witch's Brew, and I am making a witch's hat. I want to make a hat out of this, and hopefully I will have enough yarn to make a cardigan to go with it. Now this is the wrong side, because you can see wrong side, the inside is the right side. When I get closer to being done with it, I will show you when it's done, but this is where I'm at so far. And yeah, so there's that. Also, Hirschner's gifted me with a $100 wine voucher from nakedwines.com. Is that not cool? Yeah, $100 wine voucher from nakedwines.com, and I may get some. You have to buy a $160 or more case of wine, so there is that, but that's pretty cool. I might use that, and if I do, and when I get it, I will test it here. I have 30 days for that voucher, so but yeah, so there's that. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else before we get started? No, I don't think so. Oh, have you met Sally yet? I did post pictures, and I will post another picture. I will pop up pictures, 2 of them, because I had asked a week ago, I'm not sure when, but I had finished a gray hat similar to this, but it's more in the flapper style, but it's using this yarn, and the suggestions I got were really cool. Someone said to put a band or a flower. Someone suggested pink. Anyways, I will pop up the pictures of the finished product. I did end up doing like a flower in a lighter gray. Excuse me. I apologize for that. In a lighter gray, and then also with a big orange button in the middle of that. And I actually gave it to my mommy-in-law because it actually fits her better than it does me. So I'm eventually going to remake that hat for myself. I think I just need to do one more row of increases, and that should be fine as far as that goes. But everyone meet Sally. I got her yesterday. Her circumference is 19.5 inches, so I do want to get a bigger one because my actual head is 21 inches, so I want one that'll actually fit me too. But in the meantime, this is how I'm going to take pictures of my hats for my Etsy shop when I get it actually started. So this is Sally. Everyone say hi. I'm gonna put her back Anyways, alrighty, are you ready for some octopus fun? I can't wait. I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this yarn, and I was thinking I would do like a scarf or something, but you know what? I think I like the idea of making amigurumi octopi. Yeah. Anyways, I will bring you down and let's get started. Alrighty, so I don't know if you can see, the skein is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 55 yards, 50 meters. Hopefully this will be enough to do, I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I'm freehanding this, so we'll see. And like I said, I am using a smaller hook than they suggest, only because I want the stitches to be tighter. So, and I can't find my, well, I have a 10 millimeter, but I can't find it, I can't find M. So I would have just gone 1 down, but I'm doing 2 down. So, of course, we start with a magic ring. Woo! All right, come on. That's it. Woo! Alrighty, and then we are going to do single crochets. I'll do 6. I'll do 6 single crochets in the magic ring. I am making this up as I go along. I just have an idea of what I'm wanting to achieve, and hopefully I will be able to achieve it. So let's get started. Whoops, no. Again, I'm always wanting to yarn over before I do the single crochet, but here we go. It's what? Two, what? 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so now we are going to close the ring. Go. We're going to pull the ring closed, if I can. Come on. There we go. There we go. We pulled her closed. All right, so now we are going to single crochet into twice, single crochet twice into every stitch. That way we will double the size. So we will go from 6 to 12 and so on. I will be right back when I get to the next line or row. Oh, and also always keep your stitch marker on your first, or at least for right now, for me, I'm gonna put a stitch marker in my first single crochet. So here we go, there we go. That's so tough. Woo, there we go. I can actually see it. Maybe. Oh, this yarn. I know I wanted the stitches tight, but dang. Come on. Was that both of them? No. Alrighty, I will bring you back when I'm done with this row. Alrighty, as you can see, I got my first 2 stitches in, and I have marked my first stitch. Now I'm going to continue around doing 2 single crochets into each stitch from the beginning. Nope. I swear my mind constantly wants to. And yes, like I said, I do want it tight, but man. All right, there we go. Whoops, nope. I need the other one. I need 2, not just 1. There we go. Is that 2? No. was that 2? No, that was 2. There we go. Yep, that was 2. Me and my blindness. All right. Go 1 and 2. Alrighty. I will bring you back when I am finished with this row. And row 1, actually sorry, row 2 is now complete. We've got 12 single crochets, and we're gonna go into our next stitch, which will start the 3rd row, and I'm gonna start with 1 increase and then 1 single crochet all the way around. So we're gonna do our first increase, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and we're gonna mark let go. Can I pick up that? There we go. So I did 2, so that's 1, 2, and we're marking our first stitch. Now we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then an increase, and then single crochet, then an increase, then single crochet until I get all the way around. See you in a bit. And we are done with this row. I am back at the beginning of the last row, and I actually think that's a really good place that I want to start or stop doing increases and just do single crochets around until I get it as thick as or as tall as I want it to be, and then I'll start doing more increases to give it a little bit of a ruffly effect. And then what I'm going to do is make a disc like this so that I can stitch it to the bottom, and then I will do my tentacles. But before I actually get all that closed up, I am going to put some eyes, and I have these little buttons here. I think that might be a good size. We'll see. You know, it's all trial and error. So, but for now, I'm going to start doing single crochets in every stitch and creating my walls of the basket, if you will, or the little octopus. And because this will be the first stitch, I will place my marker right here. Whoops, there we go. My marker will go right there. And now I know where the row ends. So I'm going to go ahead and continue around creating the wall or the sides of my little octopus. So I will bring you back in just a moment. Hashtag, I need a new phone. I think I'm going to say that every time it does that. Anyways, so as I was saying, I like the wrong side outside better than the correct side, because this would be the correct side. And when I see people do amigurumi, or when I look at amigurumi, it looks more like the wrong side is out, and I actually really like that. So I'm going to continue with that. That's how I want to do it. Whether people do it that way or not doesn't matter. This is how I'm going to do it. So now I'm going to take out my stitch marker, and in the next stitch I'm going to do 3 single crochets. Of course, I'm going to mark my stopping point for my first stitch so that I know when I'm finished with that round. Otherwise, you could just continue on without paying attention. It'll just keep letting you go. All right, so we've got 1, 2, and ooh, come on, get in there. I know you can. There we go. 3. All right, so to put the stitch marker back in its place, I need to count back 3, because I did 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. That is my stopping point for the row when I get to that point. And now I'm going to continue on doing 3 single crochets in each stitch. And sometimes they can hide. So like this is the 3 I just did. This is the next stitch, so I need to go into there. And that will cause my little octopi to, or little octopus to have a little ruffly bottom. Whoops. But we don't want to split the yarn. All right, here we go. So that was 1, 2, and now 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 rows, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And there again, I need to find the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Come on. Alrighty, I will bring you back when I'm all the way back around, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I finished my first round, and I'm thinking, do I want to go any bigger? I mean, obviously I will experiment more, but I'm thinking this is kind of cute. What do you think? I'm going to try this out and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so I'm going to slip stitch this into, to close up the circle. So we're going to go right here, slip stitch. Alrighty, and then fasten off. And we're going to cut that and pull through. So now I'm going to, it's basically like making a little hat. Now I'm going to make the disc, tie in my ends, figure out where I want to place the little eyeballs, and then start filling it, and then make my little tentacles. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, well that didn't work out as I had planned. My eyes are just like, nope, you're not trying to stitch or put on some buttons, so I just stitched them. What do you think? I think they're cute. They're better than the last one. So now I've made my disc, and we need to stuff a little octopus and then put them together. And then also, of course, make the tentacles. I did buy polyfill this time, so I have some polyfill instead of just stuffing it with yarn, and that's probably enough, if not too much. I'm gonna try and see if I can squish it in there. And I left a really long tail so I can stitch it with that. Yeah, that's too much. Still too much. All right, you think that's good? Alrighty, let's get this loaded. Locked and oops, not locking anything. Alrighty, there we go. Now I've already decided that because this matches the wrong side to this side, that's what's gonna go out. So now we just need to stitch it in there. We need to find a hole. There we go. And I'm just gonna go around. each stitch. Whoops. Nope, that's right. There we go. Alrighty. I mean, like I said, I don't know that this is how it's supposed to be done. I am just making this up as I see. It's working for me, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, need more light. There we go. Almost looks like a Baymax, doesn't it? All I need is the little black line in between the eyes. Whoops. Alrighty, I will come back when this is done, and then we will add the tentacles. Alrighty guys, it's all done, and I decided it looked more like a jellyfish, so I only did 5 little hanging thingies, little tentacles, whatever, stingers, whatever you want to call them. But I will post a link to my video of the octopus that I finished for Punky, and that'll show you how I put the little tentacles or the curlies on, because I did it the same way, it just is underneath it. So yeah, isn't it cute? And besides, I wasn't sure if I would be able, maybe there's 5 here, so all I would need is 3 more, but I'm not sure if I would have enough to cover that amount. But anyways, I think in the future I might do the hook size that they suggest, and I would obviously need at least 2 skeins for this little guy, although he wouldn't be that little. He'd be a lot bigger. So yeah, little cutie jellyfish. Yay, another thing to add to my list of things. Well, yeah. Alright guys, and today I am wearing Not Scary Farm. This was from last season, and it was Pumpkin Eater's last slice, as it says. They are no longer doing Pumpkin Eater, so I really want to go see what they've put, or what they will be putting in its place, as well as the new Scare Zone, because we also lost the hollow that went with the Maze Pumpkin Eater. So if you wouldn't mind checking out my GoFundMe in the description box below, and if you can give a little bit, we would greatly appreciate it. If you can't give anything, that's okay too. You can share it, it's free. And have a great weekend. See you tomorrow, and remember, gravity works, guys.